Good evening, viewers all over. My name is Felicia Bravato. I just want to thank everyone who has joined me. It's very difficult to accept the reality, but at some stage, you need to find closure to say, I need to do this for myself. Because when you are in that in that hole, you tend to forget about everything around you. You tend to forget about your kids. Yes, you are there with you, but you tend to forget to say you are not the only one who's going through the grief. Even your kids. Remember the kids, they have lost their father. They have lost their mother. But we tend to forget about them and only focus on us to say, I've lost a partner. I can't continue this journey. I can't do 1, 2, 3. And when you are doing that, there are those innocent kids. I just want us to think about that. They are there watching you, silently so, looking at you every day, day in, day out, waiting for you to realize that they are next to you, offering all this support to you. And when they are doing that, they tend to forget who they are. Because we don't want to accept this change that is happening in our life, we are forcing these kids to grow fast. We are forcing these kids to be parents to us. And they tend to play this big role at a very early stage. So I want us to just take that little moment and ask ourselves, are we doing justice to our kids? We've lost our partner, it's true, but those kids, they has lost their father. They has lost their mother. What are we saying about that? I think it's time for us to look at those kids and start to focus on our kids, to try to assist our kids, to pull our kids out of that grief so that they don't grow up to be bitter. Because if we dwell too much in pain, if our kids see us day in, day out, sinking in that pain, we are creating monster out of our kids. These kids will grow to hate marriage. These kids will grow to hate commitment. So at some stage, yes, some people, they grieve till their last breath. Some people, it takes a year, takes 6 months. Some takes 3 months, 3 years. We differ. But I just want us, that moment, it can be a month, it can be 3 years. Can we just try to think about our kids? Because to be honest, we are not doing justice to our kids. They need you next to them just to hug them and tell them that everything will be okay. Instead of you doing that, we find kids being the one comforting us, which is not fair to those kids. Let's just try, by all means, to think about that before we can continue with this matter that I've brought into that. Because I've been through grief. I've seen people going through grief. It can be through death or divorce or whatever. It's the same when it comes to the treatment that the kids receive. Grief, it's like it's all about me, forgetting my kids. Can we try to be realistic and say, yes, indeed, I've lost this one person that I love, but there is this someone who still needs me, and that same person has lost a father has lost a mother. Can we try to just zoom into that and then talk about it in our next session? Let's try to assist our kids, because they end up just piling issues inside, going through on their own. They even went as far as reaching a stage whereby they say, it's okay, I can just face this world alone. I can do this on my own because my mom doesn't see what I'm going through. And the moment a kid, your kid or your daughter, your son reach that stage, you just need to know that that kid is not okay. So let's assist our kids. Let's do this for our own kids. We'll continue this. Thank you.